All right, hey, this is Josh here with Attica Lumber out here in actually Nevada, Ohio, and we're here with Sherry Mack, and she's going to talk about this building right here. As you can see here, 50 by 72. It was blown, actually it was somewhat destroyed, and we came and rehabbed this, but she's going to talk about what they're going to do with this building. You can see it's in process. So Sherry, go ahead and tell us about this building.
We had hired a contractor because he was a disabled veteran and we wanted to help out, but we had hired a contractor to start this building, but it became obvious as we went along that he really wasn't experienced enough to know what he was doing. And the day that they put the struts up, the whole sides of the building collapsed and the struts fell because he didn't have them braced good enough. So I came to Steve and Attica Lumber desperate to get somebody to take on this project, and I'd already talked to a couple others who weren't willing to take it on, and I was so thankful that they were willing to take this on because we really needed this building. I'm a beekeeper here in this area, and I have beehives and a little bee business, and we wanted to use the building to store a lot of our equipment and to process our honey and have a little store. And unfortunately, it took almost a year to find somebody to take over this project and to get this done, but we're so happy with it. It looks great. You want to come look on the inside?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we just finished this up. We finished up the interior here for the honey making business here, but Sherry will tell us here what her plans are.
So the guys came the last couple of days and finished framing up the rooms on the inside, and we're going to actually have 2 rooms in this area that they framed up, but the next thing we have to do is pour concrete, and we're going to put heated floor in the concrete. So they just framed it up for us, and then we'll get the concrete down. And they actually, we built the building tall enough to put in a second story here, because that way we can store the woodenware, all my extra hives and honey supers and equipment, all my extra stuff can be in the second story up there. And we're gonna put stairs on the one end too. So they braced it all good enough for us to walk around on the second story above the ceiling, but then we'll have a little store and a workroom for processing our honey here. So we're just real happy with it and glad to have it we're going along well, and we're hoping to have the store up and running by later this year.
Very good. And I'll just show the folks out there, YouTube Nation here, what we did here as far as running this joist here. And you can see how we constructed that. But yeah, we just completed this. You can see we used 6x6 posts to brace this loft right here. You see how we did that. So you can see we used the beam there, the yellow pine. I believe those are 2x10 yellow pine, yeah, that we braced there. And then we put an OSB backer on that as well. So that kind of gives you an idea of the building. Sherry, do you want to talk about these posts and what we had to do on when the building was knocked down, how we had to brace it? Do you want me to talk about it?
You should, because you and Gary know more about that than I do.
Okay. But yeah, here's what we did. You can see here, what we had to do is we had to come in here. This building was completely destroyed. And we came in here and we put permacolumns. You see that? We put permacolumn bracing on these posts, these existing posts right here. You can see you can see the age on that. But you see how we attach that bracket right there, permacolumn. Those are 3 2x6s that are glued, laminated together. And then a concrete permacolumn there. You can see the concrete at the bottom of that. But you can see on the eave end over here, and I'll walk over here, a little bit different there. But we put brand new posts, did something a little bit different. We put, you can see right here, 3-ply laminated columns here. Not the concrete, but 3-ply laminated columns. So the existing building, and then I'll pan over here so you can see that as well. The existing building had concrete perma columns. It was totally knocked over. And what caused it to knock? Was it a storm or?
Well, no, at first the struts that they were putting up and hadn't braced correctly had knocked it down. And then over time, because it took me quite a while to find somebody else to take on the project, but then over time, more wind and stuff blew the rest of it down.
Is that, yeah, okay. But you can see what we did. We built, obviously put the baseboard up there, built this up. So that kind of gives you an idea. Obviously we do new construction. We also will do rehab construction as well. But for more information, you can visit atticalumber.com. So you can see, actually, let me just say here, this building turned out pretty good here. So, gonna be a functional, practical use for Gary and Sherry here and their beekeeping business. So for more information, atticalumber.com. Attic Lumber since 1925.